Thanks.
Hi, I'm sorry that I have to speak to you in English, but I'd just like to say a few words. I know everybody who lives in South America is aware of the curse of biofuel, but there may be some people listening who aren't so much aware of it. But there is a problem that's about to explode across the world, emanating from Europe and being driven principally by companies in Britain. And this is something you may not be aware of, but the old energy companies have been forced to decommission their coal-burning power stations. In many cases, it's because of air quality standards that do not meet European standards. For example, in terms of sulfur dioxide emissions, not necessarily carbon emissions or other emissions. And what they intend to do is convert these coal power stations to burning wood. Now, a coal-burning power station burns massive amounts of wood. Britain produces 10 million tons of wood every year. But if all the plans go ahead, and they will go ahead because the government has just passed the subsidies review, which gives massive subsidies from every taxpayer and every energy bill payer in Britain will be paying the big 6 energy companies to burn wood. And what this means for the South is that Britain will be importing wood. As I said, it can only produce 10 million tons a year, but to fuel these power stations, it will require 90 million tons of wood. Can you imagine the quantities of wood that means coming into this country from countries that are using that wood as carbon absorbers, saving humanity? It's the lungs of the planet, as well as the natural resources of your countries, countries in Africa, countries in Asia. It's the land grabs that we've all heard about. Not only that, but in South America, they're using chemicals to, they're using genetically modified trees, they're using genetically modified soya, etc. And they're using pesticides and herbicides that are banned in the EU, but are used liberally in South America. These pesticides are not just used to combat pests, fungus, and insects. They're also used to repel humans. They spray them on the fringes of their plantations that drive the campesinos further and further away from their precious plantations, and then they colonize that land and fence it off and keep the campesinos out. That is a crisis that has been driven by EU subsidies, British government subsidies, and you must stop it. You must all, if you have communities at home suffering from this, please sign up, join Biofuel Watch. I'd just like to say one more thing about Biofuel Watch. By the way, if any of you wish to come onto a mailing list, please come to me and give me your mailing address. But beware, because there are 2 companies on the internet masquerading as Biofuel Watch. They've been set up by the energy companies to confuse you. One is called Biofuels Watch with the S in the middle, and another one is called biofuelwatch.co.uk or something like that. Biofuel Watch, don't buy the greenwash on these 2 sites. Biofuels are a menace, and so is biomass, and it means your forests, natural forests, are being cut down, and eucalyptus has been put in its place, which sucks all the water off the ground and will not support the biodiversity of South America. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.